Hey, how's it going, guys? All right, so where we last left off in the last video, we were able to create requests, whether it's a support request, general request, or just a basic query on the client side. So what we're going to do within this video is create, or actually is display all of the requests that clients have made on the admin dashboard. So now, so far within our application here, we only have one user, and that user is a client. So we need to create um, an admin account. And how I'm going to do that is using table seeders. So for that, what I need to do is here within the console, what I'll type is PHP. And if I'm not mistaken, let me just check here. We don't have a user seeder, right? So how I'm going to name this is users table, and that should be fine. So if you remember when we created the service table seed, so I'm basically doing the exact same thing here. So it's going to be PHP artisan make seed users table seed. And then with this, we'll be able to create some dummy data for our database. So I'm just going to press enter there. And then with that, we should have been able to, our table seeder has been created. So now within here, first thing I need to do is import the user model. Right? And then here within the run method, I'm going to say user. All right, so let me just check the table structure again just to be sure. All right, and then what I need to do is, let me say this. All right, so what we need is the first name, last name, email, user type, password. So for first name, I'm gonna say system, and then for last name, I'll just say admin. Then so for email, the email I'll just say system underscore admin at support.com. All right, then the next thing we need is the user type. So obviously this is going to be admin. Actually, let me just be sure with the authentication controller. All right, so yeah, the user type has to be admin so that when we authenticate, it knows where to redirect us. So it's admin, and then it's admin, and then the other thing is the password. All right, so the password has to be hashed. So for that, we're gonna need a facade, which is, if I remember correctly, it's illuminate support facades and then hash. Then here we're gonna say hash make, and then again the password, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna say password 123. And the next one is token verified at, email verified at and verified. So I'm gonna set those. We don't need that one, and then create that. And then the rest I think the rest we can leave. So for here, we'll say we're gonna change the value to 1, and then verified at, that will be now, and then token. In fact, I think we can leave the token as well, since by default I think it's now. All right, so this we do not need. All right, so I think that's all we need for now. So now the next thing we need to do is register this table seeder within the database. Within the database seeder, what you call it, file here. But I don't think we need to do that, since if we do that, it's gonna try and rerun this other table seeder over here. So what we can do is say php artisan. Um, I think it's db seed. Then we can flag it and say user, what is it? Users table seed. I think that's how you type it. So let's just test it and see if it will work. Okay. I think it's a double hyphen there. Okay, I think I'm mistaken there. But in any case, what we can do in order to avoid all of this is we'll just copy that, and then just do that and just comment that out. All right, so let's just leave that and then just run the following function. The following command. All right, so that ran successfully. So let's just check now and see if there's a user. We have an admin user there. All right, so our system admin has been created there. All right, so now the one thing we need to do now is try to log in with these credentials. So I'm gonna run the server. All right, so now we can check and see if we can log in. Just hold on. Oh, my apologies. It's supposed to be .01. Okay. So if I remember correctly, the email was systemadmin@support.com, and then the password should be okay. So now we are in the admin dashboard. All right. So now what we need to do now is display the user requests or the client requests here within the dashboard itself. And then for that, what we need to do is here within the admin controller, here within our dashboard, what we need to do, oh, actually, first thing we need to do is call the create requests here at the top. So we say app and then models, and then it's create request. Create requests. Okay. So now, if you're wondering, I only named it this because already the name request has been taken, and that's the what you call it, the function or that we normally use when we need to insert or get requests from the client side. So yeah, that's why I had to name it that. In any case, here within the dashboard, what we're going to do is we're going to say requests, and then we're going to say create request, and then we're going to say where. So now the ones that we want to be displayed here within the dashboard, it's either open requests or pending requests. So what I'm going to do here within the where clause there, I'm going to create an array and say where, I think it's open. Let me just see here. And I'm just going to flag it there with that. All right, so the ones we want is um, oh yeah, where the status is open and action state is open. Sorry about that. So it's status, not open. All right. So let's first test this one out and see if we can pull that. So I'm going to say with requests, and then we're going to say requests. All right. So now um, within our dashboard, what we need to do is create a table with all of those requests. So now I'm going to come down here within the views, the admin views, and then go to the dashboard. And then what I need here now, just need to copy that and just paste it there. All right. So I'm going to use a Bootstrap card for that. So okay. So the first thing I want to do is create an if statement and say if I'll say, we'll say if I think it's count requests equal to 0. Then here we'll just print out a text and say and then here we'll just say there are no open requests. Otherwise we will create a table here. So we'll say table, and then we're gonna say alright, so just remember these are Bootstrap classes, just in case if you're wondering. So now the first thing I'm gonna do is say table role, and alright, so what we need is the case number, request type, category, subject, description, etc. So the first one is case number requests. I'm just going to copy this a couple of times. Alright, so it's case number, request type, and then subject, description. Actually, I'm going to leave the description because I'll actually explain that later. What I need now is just the action state and status along with the created ad. So okay, so let's just quickly check and see how this looks. All right, so that's our table. Now we need to just display the data. So down here we're gonna create a for each loop. So we're gonna say I'll just say as request, and then here we'll say and that should be case number, case number. Then I'm gonna copy this a couple of times. This will be request type. Oh, actually, I forgot the category as well. Sorry about that. So it is it. And then category. And then subject. And what we need is the status and then the action state. All right, let's just see how it looks. Oh no, damn it. Okay, let me just do this. I was supposed to say table data there. And paste that there. I hope I did the right thing. All right, let's just double check. Um, okay, apologies for that, guys. The row is supposed to be outside of the for each loop. Otherwise, it's gonna create that mess that we just saw there. All right, the last one we need is the created at. So I'm gonna copy that. All right, now this one I want to format it. And there's many ways in which you can do this, but I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna use the normal date function from PHP, and then what I'll do is I'll say y. First, I'm gonna display the year, and then the month, and then the day, and then from there I'll say str, and then put in that created at value there. All right, so as you can see, it formatted um, our date value there nicely. So you just have to use that date function, just put in those parameters, and then convert it to string, and then it should output your date in that fashion. All right, I think the one last column we need here is the what you call it, the view more details button. So for that, uh, what I'll do is I'll say td, and then here I'm going to put an anchor tag, and then say btn, and then I'll say btn, let me just say primary, and then I'll say view more. I'm also going to put an icon there, and then I'll say fi, and then I'm just going to give it a margin of 1. Okay, let's just see how it looks. Okay, I've got to put a column here. I'll say view more. All right. The one last thing is to center all of it. So I'm going to say text center. All right. So yeah, that's the table for all the open requests. The other thing you can do is style that to show maybe a different color rather than just being a plain text. Actually, let's try and do that now. Um, so status, there we can say class, and you can say bg, um, should I say danger? Oh wait, no, table danger. Let me just see how that looks. All right, so it gives it a reddish background, and so the other thing we can do is text danger, and then we can also make it bold. Just do that, place it there. All right, so yeah, we can also do the exact same thing with the action state. So I'll just copy that and then place it here, and then I'll say, and then paste that there. So then at least um, they both look what you call it, the same color. In any case, I think that's it for the video. We can make this a little bit more dynamic in terms of maybe you want to see all the request types that are maybe of general request, or maybe if it's a query or something like that. But we're just gonna keep it simple for now, and then I guess yeah, the next video we should be working on viewing more of the request itself, because there's other actions we need to do on that other side. So I think I'll just end the video here. It's already long enough. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Again, for those of you who haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys within the next video. Cheers for now.